Chålofa! What's up? This is the Islanders View podcast with the Backyard Convos. We're experiencing the backyard conversation of Islanders. It's your boy JC, B.
How's it?
And the Uso Jr.
How's it, everybody?
We're just talking about worldviews, life experiences, culture, sports. You know, we're just chilling, kicking back, speaking our minds. Yeah, you're about to go into a mind of an Islander right about now. What's up, guys?
Chålofa.
Chålofa.
How's it?
How's it? How's it to our listeners? So, welcome to our first episode of the Islanders View with the Backyard Convos. But here at the Islanders View, we will call it a SESH, right?
Yes, sir.
So welcome to our first SESH. This is our first SESH. And being that it is our first SESH, we are going to toast to our first SESH, but at the same time making a tradition. All right? And that tradition is that we will crack open a bottle of whatever it is. It can be tequila. It could be whiskey. It could also be beer. You know,
do water too.
Yeah, water too. Yeah, right. We need to hydrate, right?
Gotta stay hydrated.
I know you've been working out, so we need to hydrate. So also
that.
water, if our viewers want water, or listeners want water. But yeah, so that's gonna be our tradition. For today, we have Terramana Tequila. Shout out to Terramana, the People's Tequila. Shout out to The Rock.
It's my cousin.
The People's Champion. Right?
Sub Rock.
Hey, hopefully we can get him in one of our episodes in the future, right?
I'll see you at the reunion, Rock.
Is that your cousin?
No.
Can you hook us up?
We're all related, but he probably doesn't know me.
I think that's all Islanders though. We're all related, right?
All of
Somewhere,
us related,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, it can be one through
You can trace
one
it
through.
down.
I wonder when the, like, you know how you say first cousin, second cousin.
Yeah.
It's third.
When does it stop though? When is it not your cousin anymore?
Yeah, I think
It's always cousin, bro.
Islanders. Yeah, Islanders goes to like 10th, 11th cousin.
Right, 10,
Yes.
11.
That's that's
Could you
Jackie
meet,
Junior's boy from Sarah.
Right.
you
No,
meet
that's
someone
funny.
new who's like, finging your auntie. By the way, anyone who doesn't know what finging is, it's like our greet where you kiss our aunties, uncles. But everyone's our auntie. Uncles.
And uncles.
Yeah.
Right. That's why
I never met this person.
You go to Fiesta or Rosary, you gotta get in line
Yeah.
and kiss and almond everybody. But let's bring it back again. Shout out to Terramana. We are gonna take this toast for all our listeners and viewers on YouTube. If you have a drink in your hand, please raise it. If you do not, go get one. I know you got one in your fridge. Go find one. If you have a Terramana tequila, that's even better. But here's to our first sesh for the Islanders View.
Cheers.
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 Chålofa.
Chålofa.
Chålofa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Job well done, Rock.
Woo.
That was good. Let me move this bottle out the way.
Wow.
How was that?
That was good.
Was it?
I took it down too fast.
Yeah. Hey, we took it like champs, though,
I see
man.
you turned away from the camera when you did that. You didn't want the camera to see your take a shot face, right, B?
Hey,
I think
we
they caught my
didn't
take
have
a
any
shot face.
chasers, huh?
Yeah.
How come no one brought chasers? The lemon.
The beer.
No
The
chesa.
beer?
No chesa, what we
Just the
call on
beer.
Guam. On Guam, the Chamorros, we call it chesa. What do you guys call it in Samoa?
Samoa, we don't have chasers. We just drink it straight up. It's like,
Wow,
boom,
dude,
just
are you-
drink it straight and then
Are you
eat
calling
after.
us out or what? Like
No,
how you
I
do
would
in
never
real
do that.
island?
Yeah. That's how in Samoa, we just drink. Then if it burns, then we take a break. Then we drink again. I'm just kidding. Samoans, we don't drink that much, you know. Just
Yeah.
some Samoans, but
I don't know about that. I hung out with a lot of
doesn't take effect
Samoans.
with you guys because you guys are so big.
probably,
Right? It's a long way to travel.
yeah, long way to travel. And we have, our body weight is different, so it takes a lot. Takes a lot to drink.
Did you just
before
call me small?
I mean,
That's what I
the
get.
camera doesn't lie. I mean,
But the camera adds, though, I thought, right? So I look bigger
I
in
know.
camera?
I look bigger on camera. I'm actually skinnier than this, so don't let the camera fool you.
Yeah, speaking of that, I know you said you're down, right?
Yep, I'm down.
Congratulations.
Yep.
How far down are you?
So about 18 pounds now I've lost.
Nice.
Since I started working out.
Nice.
Started working out with JC here, who also
Thank you.
does personal training. So that's how we got connected, and now we're doing a podcast together.
Yeah,
so we
are.
can promote his business as well.
So what made you
a personal trainer?
What made you want to make the life change?
Oh man, a lot of reasons. I mean, I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and just thinking about how old I am. I'm 46 years old, and my son is 11. We had him late in life, and I just want to be around longer for him. So I know in order for me to do that, I got to start, living better, making healthier choices, eating right, losing weight, and doing what I can do so I can be there longer for him and see his children, be around for my grandchildren.
That's awesome.
Not just for my son, but for my daughters as well, too, when they have children. And
I mean, that's kind of why, what's crazy is that's kind of why I started the fitness business, right? Because of that same purpose, or same reason. I looked at my son Javion, and I'm getting older, right? And I always say I want to be the dad that's running on the sidelines, with my son when he's running down the field, not sitting on the bleachers.
That's right.
That's just
right.
how I feel. Why are you laughing, B?
It's kind of hard when you have bad knees, bro.
That's why you work out. You got to get it in there.
Yeah. Then your bad knees turn into good knees.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
That's an excuse, dude.
Bro.
I need to see paperwork.
Okay.
But you still look in good shape.
I filed for disability, so once that comes...
That's a different subject than disability.
You still look in good shape, though, bro.
Thanks, brother. Thanks.
Hey, but congrats on the healthy choice.
Thank you, brother.
Moving down. That's good. Good to hear.
Thank you for training me.
No. Hey, I'm here, B. Stop making excuses. But
I told you when I'm ready, I'm ready.
Well, B's a new father too, so
that's true.
Shout out to B being a new father.
Adding
Thanks,
on that
man.
baby weight,
Yeah, I'm trying to take that off, dude.
Yeah, I hear you. I went down that road too.
Yeah, just like I told you the other day, I gained that what is it, dad bod. I didn't think that it was gonna be. That's true, but it's true.
Yeah.
I think I lost almost 13 pounds in the month of August.
13 pounds?
Just cutting out coffee and just understanding how I eat.
That's
Cutting
awesome.
out coffee? What kind of coffee? Because coffee is technically not truly like bad for you. Like you can have
it's not bad.
black coffee.
Yeah, black coffee.
Okay,
but
then change.
I mean, when you put creamer, that's the thing. When you put creamer into your coffee, that's the the kicker right there.
I mean, that's why I went straight to just drinking black coffee.
Yeah.
I just got used to that.
I don't even drink coffee.
Yeah.
I just have a can of Mountain Dew in the morning, so
Ooh.
that's probably why I look like this too, because that's probably worse than coffee. But
you didn't tell me. Hey, you didn't tell me that as your trainer that you had a can of.
I don't do the Mountain Dew anymore. Right when I got the type 2
on,
diabetes,
the truth comes out.
Right when I got the type
on.
2 diabetes, I had to cut down that Mountain Dew. So, but yeah, that's what I drank before coffee, because I never did coffee. I didn't like the taste of coffee, but man, can of Mountain Dew in the morning woke me up. But
nice.
I don't do that anymore though.
It's crazy how when you change the lifestyle and working out, what you notice that was kind of holding you back, because
it comes to right in front of your face, and you're like,
that's right.
You knew me, you've known me for many years, and I used to smoke cigarettes, man.
Yeah.
And when I first had my workout, I got my butt kicked.
Yeah.
And I quit smoking that day.
Hey, that's what I'm saying.
Awesome,
people that always talk about how hard it is to smoke. I mean, I can't really speak for that because I don't smoke, but my mom can smoke and not smoke when she wants to. So when people tell me it's hard to to stop or quit smoking, I'm just like, well, it's really all in the mind, to me at least. At least with everything that I do, I think that's what it is.
It really is.
It is. Yeah, it's
all
hard.
in the mind.
I've smoked for 20 years, and I quit when my son was born. And he's going to be 11 this year, so it's going to be about 11 years since I smoked my last cigarette. But it was tough. It was tough, yeah. I think after a year, when I first quit, like a year later, I tried smoking again, and then I think that's when it took, because I didn't like it after that. I was like,
Oh,
oh yeah, that doesn't feel
It's
good.
the smell, right?
Yeah, it doesn't feel good.
Sometimes I ask Ashley, man, how did you used to kiss me and smell like
Yeah.
I smell it even when
yeah.
I haven't smoked in, I want to say 3-4 years, and I'm in the car and I can smell someone smoking a cigarette
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, man. How?
Right. Why do I do that stuff?
Why did I do that?
Yeah.
Hey, but good to healthy choices, guys. We're good
That's
with
right.
that. Hey, good healthy choices,
Yeah.
man. Make
Just,
good choices.
beer and tequila now.
There you go.
Oh.
Beer and tequila.
Cheers.
This is not truly a healthy choice, but
Yeah.
it's a choice.
They got diet beer now.
Cheat day.
That's right. It's the weekend cheat day, right?
Like
But,
the Rock said.
To our listeners and our viewers on YouTube, I know if it's, it obviously is everybody's first time here, so you want to know who you're listening to. This is the Islanders View podcast, bringing you the backyard conversation of Islanders. And that's what we are. We are Pacific Islanders from different islands. Well, B and myself are from the same island. Then we got Big Boy Junior over here from Samoa. So just a rundown of who we are. JC, I'm going by JC. Initials for John Cruz, from Guam. And I'll pass it over to B.
Everyone knows me as B, but my government name is Brandon. Hailing from the island of Guam.
Your taxpayer name.
Taxpayer name. I used to tell my mom I did not like that name, Brandon.
Why?
I don't know. It just sounded really howly, bro.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think anyone...
You didn't like look up to Brandon Lee or whatever? That's what I would have thought of.
Originally, my mom told me that my grandpa named me.
Your
And
grandpa?
And he was like a big Bruce Lee fan.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So then, okay.
So then, come on.
Yeah, no,
let's go.
Originally, when I was younger,
Damn, I didn't know that. For all our listeners and viewers out there, that was right on the spot, right there. Look at that.
Nailed it.
I nailed it.
but right there, man. Yeah,
Nice.
Manny,
Well, I'm
Junior.
Well, I'm known as Junior, but depends on where you're from. If you're from Hawaii, I'm known as Junior. If you're from Guam, then I'm known as Manny. But on the podcast, just call me Junior. I have more people who know me as Junior than more people know. Well, it's probably even, but I like being called Junior. Manny, it's all right. I think I've been called that for about half my life, but I've been called Junior my whole life. So
Oh, nice.
I'll go with Junior on the podcast. So.
Awesome.
Junior boy.
For everyone out there, he had a hard time trying to figure that one out.
Oh man, it's hard to come up with a name you want to use on the podcast. That's what you're gonna be called.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was obviously in between. I was telling you guys before, JC and JJ, because of my nickname back home.
Right.
But like I said, man, I don't know. I'm too grown for that. I think for JJ.
They're all good. JJ, JC, John.
Right, it's just initials, right?
John,
It's just
you can
letters.
be called John Cruz. You have a cool name,
Yeah.
That's the musician.
Really, is that
name.
cool? I don't know. if
John
that's
Cruz.
Cool. There's at least
There's 3 million.
1,000 John Cruzes.
Oh, I was saying 3
in the
million, but
in
1,000.
in the phone book itself, right? Just the phone book. So that's people that are legit, like
Phone book.
registered.
Let's explain
we don't
to
know.
the younger
We don't know
viewers,
people that aren't.
the younger listeners and younger viewers what a phone book is.
The phone book is okay. Oh, they have yellowpages.com. So just take that and put it into actual paper.
Yeah.
That's the phone book.
Used to be delivered to your homes and used to be able to use it to look up
Right.
things. You kids are missing out on a lot of things that we had,
That's-
Now you have Google. We had the
Dude.
phone book,
That's funny. I was just talking to my daughter about that because she was complaining about Google, and I'm like, baby, back then, Daddy had to go down the row, A through Z,
Yep.
pick a big fat book that thick, and do research by myself. So when we said study back then, we studied.
Oh,
we
yeah.
didn't just ask Alexa, hey,
Yep.
who did this and what happened here? We had to actually look it up and read it.
And you had
she
to
was
show
like,
where you found your
you
work.
had to show
Yeah,
your work.
Show it, yeah. You
And
show
she's
your
like,
references.
what's an encyclopedia?
No.
I was
Oh my
like,
goodness.
as you can tell, no one knocks on our door trying to sell books anymore.
Yeah.
Those were the guys.
Their Google is like in their phone or in their laptop, but
Dude,
our Google was.
But you don't even have to
a set
type
of
anymore.
books, encyclopedias,
right?
And each book is for one letter.
So you know,
A,
yeah,
B,
exactly.
C, like one letter and all that information. So if you need to look up something, you gotta like, oh.
So even like she was like, I
How did we
wanna
survive?
go and look for an encyclopedia. I go, yeah, but you have to pick a letter. You can't unless you buy the whole.
It's a whole
the whole thing.
series.
It's a whole series. It's a
The whole series weighs about 50 pounds.
She was like, really? I was like, yeah. So yes, you know, we couldn't speak to the book and tell us to tell us, ask for the answer.
How
And
many
now-
of us bought encyclopedias door to door?
No, I borrowed.
No.
Oh, our
My mom
family-
and dad
Hey,
had
that's
the
why.
whole-
That's
My
dude,
mom
on the island,
my mom
bro.
bought one, yeah.
On the island, you just borrow, dude.
Oh, my mom bought one.
You know, you
Did you
borrow
ever-
it. You borrow it from them, and they got to borrow it back when they.
Bro, let me borrow that book.
We're living on base, and my mom, she loves to just, people come knock on the door, and she invite them in, and I remember she bought that one set of encyclopedias, and we had this for a long time because after she got, bamboozled into buying it, like never again we bought any more encyclopedias. We still had that same encyclopedia set through our whole lives, but then I don't even know what happened to that set, but
Well, I don't
that's
know.
crazy.
That
My
is
mom
crazy.
still has the whole Disney VHS. Oh,
What?
dude,
That's
What?
gold right
I think
there.
that's like
That's
worth,
gold.
I think that's worth something.
Yep.
it's literally still in her
It's gotta be.
house.
Got to be
In
worth something.
in the little plastic binders that they
that's
used to
gold
have.
right there. That's your inheritance.
yeah,
That's
for real. That's like pass me down stuff.
I
Yep.
know. My mom, I don't know if she's a hoarder, but she's a collector.
Yeah, I don't think
She's a
that's a
collector?
hoarder.
I would say she's a collector.
If you said that she had,
I don't. I just don't. I just think you don't like the other word.
yeah. If you said
Don't
your
worry,
mom,
bro.
if your mom
Hey,
had some,
it's your
eight
choice to
tracks-
make her listen to this, not mine. So, but anyways, so everyone out there is probably wondering why we started this podcast, this Islanders View podcast. Like Brandon did do a prayer, and we prayed before we started our podcast, and it was kind of a vision and an idea of myself. Shout out to Joe Rogan for starting that fire in me. I was listening to his podcast, and he was just saying that we needed to come up with, someone just needs to come up with an idea, and run with it. And you can, don't quit, if just because it doesn't go your way for the first time, just keep pushing and hopefully something comes out of it. But yeah, he was just like, just come up with a good idea and see where it goes, because you don't ever want to look back with regret. So when he was saying that, he brought up podcasts, and obviously, people know him as the king of podcasts, but that's when I just thought of it. Like, I just thought of a platform for us to share our views on world views, on life experiences, what we experienced through life, how it is to be born and raised an Islander, the challenges we face, and also just talking about what we always talk about, backyard conversations. Having those backyard conversations is where it kind of stays.
Mm-hmm.
We always hang out, drink our brewskis, barbecue. Everybody knows Islanders for barbecuing. So as we're barbecuing, we're having these conversations, right? And that's where it stays. It don't ever go nowhere else, right?
That's
And,
right.
there's a lot of things happening in the world that I know we always talk about. And there's not really a platform for us to do that. So that's where I came up with this idea, and the Lord gave me y'all to do this with. And it just kind of like happened in a flash. This really didn't take nothing but, I don't know, about a month to set up, I think.
Yeah.
So that's where the idea comes from. I really just want to build that platform for us Islanders, but I also do invite anyone of any color, any race, to come up, as a guest to talk to us about their views, how their challenges, their experiences in life. That's the whole idea of this. And Yeah. You know, and just to build that platform, because not to knock on your cousin, The Rock, you know, but unless you got his kind of status, you know, that, you know, everyone hears his voice, right? And I just wanted to build a platform for us to have a voice and talk and go into the mind of how we think, how we feel, and how we look at things, you know. And that's where
I think it's really good to like understand us, because as Islanders, we're very we're open, and just like you said with the backyard conversations, whenever we do have a conversation or a chill session while we're barbecuing or just drinking, I don't think anyone ever gets hurt by the opinions of each other. It's because we're very open and understanding of everyone else's opinion. So if you come onto the podcast, we're going to listen to your opinion, we're going to listen to your side
all the time.
You're going to have grown adult conversations.
Exactly.
That's right.
And I think that's what the world is missing, really. Like, just having conversations, man. That's another form of learning, right?
You have to you have to be open-minded to understand everyone else's standpoint.
And I think that's kind of like built in the Islanders, open-minded.
Yeah.
For everybody, at least most islands I meet are usually open-minded, you know?
Yeah. Well, islands are melting pots in themselves.
Yeah.
So many different cultures and nationalities on every island. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you got to be open to everybody and accept everybody, because you're on an island.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
You're going to run into them again and again, so might as well start talking and having those conversations.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the logo, right? I mean, that's kind of like how I felt when I was on the island, born and raised on Guam. Is like, is this it? And then when I left Guam and landed in Seattle, Washington, it was like, man, this is a whole new world, right? Like, there's something else out there, and a lot of Islanders don't know that, unless, you know. I mean, I don't know about today, but, you know, being born and raised on Guam or on the islands, if they still think the same way because of social media, the internet, you know, there's a lot more access to, and you can research a lot.
Yeah.
So people, you know.
So when did you leave the island?
2001.
Manny?
Let's see. Well, my dad was in the Air Force.
Oh, okay.
So we moved around a lot when I was young. I think we were like living in Idaho, New Mexico, California, and Guam. And when I got back to Hawaii, it was like my junior year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So then I've been there in Hawaii for my junior year for about till I was, I guess, in my 30s, so about 20 years. And then that's when I left for 2012.
You left Guam 2012?
No, Hawaii.
Oh, Hawaii.
2012, Hawaii, to come up here to the mainland. So.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm still a baby up here, you know.
I think I'm the...
I mean, you know, he does have
OG.
He has the baby name of the group, Junior.
You're the OG up here,
so
right?
I think I'm the one that's been in the States the longest, because...
Probably, yeah. I met you out here.
Yeah. I left the island 93, and it's because my dad was Navy, you know?
Yeah.
But it's good that me and my sister stayed there, because I was born in 86, and I was able to learn the culture from my grandparents.
Oh, that's good.
And even when we went to the States, my mom she still instilled the culture.
Yeah.
The way we understand each other, and the biggest thing is respect. Yeah.
I mean, I think that goes across the board for a lot of the different islands. It's like every islander I talk to, whether it's Hawaiian, Samoan, Chamorro, you know, or different islands in the Marianas, you know, Saipan, everyone falls to that respect. Like, that's the number one thing. As you know, in the military, we're prior military. You have your core values. I think respect falls number one all the time. Yeah. You know, and I think that's what we share in common when you meet an islander, no matter where they're from. You automatically know who an islander is. Kind of like when I went to basic training, or every time I travel, you just kind of connect.
Yeah.
No matter how different you are, it's almost like you're the same.
Yes.
It's crazy.
You have this vibe.
We
Like,
do.
You see
And it's
someone
crazy.
from the island, like, oh wow.
Yeah.
It's like,
What
do.
island are you from?
yeah, especially you break out that kind of spam, then
Oh,
bro,
man. That's
bro,
it.
what island you from, bro?
That's it. Yeah.
It's like the peace
That's
offering.
the Islander steak, bro.
Yeah.
No need A1 sauce for this one.
No.
Has
no.
enough salt.
Yeah. It's enough salt for days. But when we were stationed in Idaho, Idaho, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that state, but Idaho.
No,
Mount
I've never been
Home.
there.
Potatoes.
I've
Yeah,
never been there.
potatoes. Mount Home Air Force Base.
Potatoes?
And, yeah.
Yeah, they're
That's
known
the
for
state
the
of
potatoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Idaho
just
potatoes.
just basic potatoes or any like sweet
No,
potatoes?
that's called Idaho potatoes. You can go to the
I'm
store and
just-
buy Idaho potatoes.
Do sweet potatoes come from Idaho?
No.
Where do sweet potatoes come from? For
Sweet
real?
potatoes come
I
from the
don't know.
south. I don't know.
I don't know.
But when we're in Idaho, and then like my mom and my dad's, like their closest friends were Islanders.
Yeah.
Anywhere you go, you find Islanders, and they just they congregate, to each other, and they always barbecue every weekend. We had a Hawaiian family we knew in Idaho. We had some Filipino families we knew in Idaho, and everybody just came together because we shared the culture. Because we know the culture. Especially where we're from in Hawaii, those cultures, the Hawaiian culture, the Chamorro culture.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I was, as I started working out with you, John, and you said you wanted to start this podcast and you invited me, I was like, man, that sounds like something I want to do. And I appreciate you asking me to do this because, my whole life I would always wonder like what it would be like if people would just record our backyard combos because
Right.
when you're with your
Exactly.
families and friends at the
telling
barbecue, you guys be saying, we be saying some stuff that just, I'm like, man, you should record
We
this.
should have this on tape.
So, I'm glad we're getting a chance to do that and share
Yeah.
some of our experiences and our stories. And, for all of you guys who are listening and watching, if you, want to comment below on some of the things we say or even, and those for who don't understand some of the lingo we say, because we're just, so relaxed with each other, we start saying things that only Islanders know. But if you have a question or comment, comment below and we'll be sure to answer.
Or ideas.
Yeah, or any ideas.
Yep.
But I was like, man, I look forward to doing this, and
I'm
I
glad,
was so
man.
excited. I was calling my family, my brothers and sisters, say, hey,
I'm
we're
glad.
gonna start this, and my mom. I talked with my mom this morning. Well, shout out to my mother. It's her birthday today.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Mom.
birthday, Auntie. You already got to call her Auntie.
Yeah, auntie, of course.
Auntie.
Anybody on the island, everybody's auntie and uncle. But happy birthday, Mom. She's 73 today, and she has all her kids and her grandkids surrounding her today, except for me. I'm over here in Texas. She's in Missouri. But I called her this morning. I had the conversation. She was already giving me advice. I was telling her, Mom, I'm probably going to have a few drinks on camera. She's like, Junior, don't drink, Junior.
No.
Don't drink, Junior. I was like,
that's
Mom, I'm just going
funny.
to have one. She says, okay, just drink one. So I love you, Mom.
Just for our listeners and viewers, this is like his third one. Sorry, Auntie. It was my idea.
Don't listen to him, Mom. Don't listen to
And you
him.
know what I do gotta? I have to give it up to a lot of Islanders because when we do have gatherings, I don't think we ever have any drama. You hear a lot of like laughter.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a lot of
That's
laughter.
that's the number
I-
one thing you hear is
Yeah.
just everyone cracking jokes.
Yeah.
The only times you have drama is if these three things are talked about. And that's politics, religion, and money.
But see, that's the
If
thing.
those
like,
three
if you-
things are
if-
talked about,
if you
even
can
with
have an-
Islanders, we suffer from that too.
If you can have an adult conversation, I think that's the thing I've
That's
learned.
the problem.
It's like
yeah, exactly.
you have to understand other people's opinions and
Yeah.
processes, right?
Yeah.
Because I can have a conversation about religion,
Yes.
politics, and money, and learn from it.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's
But
the
not
thing.
everybody's the same.
I feel that's
You
just
still
very
got
true.
you still got Uncle Jesse.
Yeah.
Uncle Jesse who want to tell you.
But that's the
wanna
one
tell you
that's
about,
that's,
you
that's
know.
the one that's had more than 3.
Yeah. More drinks.
Holding on to the canopy.
And Uncle Frank want to tell you
Wait,
about.
you said hold on to the
You wanna-
canopy.
He want to tell you about his new car. Hey, you guys see my new car? Huh? You guys come look at my new car. said, no, Uncle Frank, we've seen it already.
Hey, but how's coronavirus treating y'all?
We just got news that my brother was gonna go in for a doctor's appointment. You know, they have to get tested.
Oh,
in
really?
the military.
Jay?
Yeah, and he tested positive.
Oh, wow.
Oh, what?
Yeah, but I mean, I asked him. I said, "So how are you feeling?" And then he says, "Well, the other day I was feeling hot and cold. I was very sleepy, body aches. But then today he's fine." So I asked him. I said, "Did you lose sense of smell, sense of taste?" He goes, "No, not really. I feel fine."
Yeah.
So I've heard that some people have just different. It affects them differently.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because they're asymptomatic, or it's just their immune system is just it works differently.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, hydrate, keep your body sleeping.
Yeah.
Then your immune system's gonna fight it.
Yeah.
But for him, I mean, he doesn't eat vegetables, so.
That's, oh yeah, I remember you telling me that. Hey, we were just talking about veggies earlier, right?
Yeah.
See, told you. I'm telling you, there's a purpose for everything you put in your body, man. You know? So, how about you, Manny? How's it?
It's
Or Junior. Sorry.
Yeah. It's
Apologize.
no, you're fine. It's either way. But it was just crazy, this whole, pandemic. It's been a crazy time, 2020. I know you see a lot of memes on it on Facebook and IG, but
Yeah.
when it first started back in February,
Yeah, February, March. Yeah.
And everything, I think, was right before I was during spring break, and before the kids came back, and that's when they shut down the schools and everything. It's just a different world we live in, and at first everybody was on board. Hey, let's social distance, stay home, and protect.
Yeah,
and then now it's just like, everybody's like, well, not everybody's dying. Let's go back out.
Yeah.
So
And I think a lot of it has to do with after something sets in, then there's all this what do you call it? People start talking rumors like, oh, it's fake.
So many videos.
The government's this and that.
So many videos on there.
Yeah, it's crazy. So then the people that don't believe it, they go and test it. Then they get tested. Then they're positive, and it's crazy.
It's crazy.
Just like that thing I heard about. Was it here? It was here in Texas when they had like a coronavirus party. Did you hear about that COVID-19 party?
It's been happening around the whole country.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of them everywhere.
Well, because I know it was like because they had a party where it was a 1-to-1 ratio. A person that's infected was with someone that wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a super spreader event.
And then they were like, I don't know what it was
Super
called.
spreader?
I know it was
what
just,
they say, like,
I know
it's
it was
an
just a
event
party. So they had a party.
A lot,
Yeah.
And they were like, oh yeah, it's fake, right? So that's the purpose of the party, to see if it was real.
Yeah.
And then the dude that went to that was negative or didn't have it died. So it's like, why would you even play with that? Even if you believe it or don't believe it. Like, why would you even you just made yourself the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Like, kind of, you know what I mean?
I spent
That's
one
crazy.
night just watching videos of people complaining about having to wear masks. People just snap about having to wear a mask. And I was watching all these videos, and I look at these people, and they're like, some of the things they would say is like, I have my rights to not wear a mask, and and then say, and then the other person argued with them, you have to wear a mask. He said, that's what the Nazis said, and I'm like, where did the Nazis come into this whole
I know
conversation?
those are the extreme. Bro.
Yeah, I was
That's
like, I watched
extreme.
these, and a lot of people are saying it, and I'm like,
trust me, I've had my share of mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
And even if I don't believe it, like, I'd rather be safe than
But
sorry.
you're not. It's not only you. It's everyone that's around you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say thank you to my family that came to visit.
Yeah.
Because my sister, Jay,
Yeah.
they know that we have a newborn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when we went to go visit, they literally distanced themselves from us whenever they talk to us.
Yeah.
And they knew it wasn't because me or them. It was because of Mav.
Yeah. Exactly.
Think of others.
His immune system is not up to par the way ours is.
Exactly.
That's right.
Or
Yeah.
not built. And
Yeah.
Jay, man, if you listen to this, when you do, we're praying for you and the family that you get healthy and
prayers,
you know
sir.
that you continue to just
Sending prayers.
Yep.
work this out, bro. We love you.
Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of that, I know my kids just went back to school.
Yeah.
Or they just started school like this past week.
Oh, wait, before you start that, I'm sorry. I just wanted to say this one thing about coronavirus. And did you know that there's one place in the United States that doesn't have one single case of
New
coronavirus?
Zealand. Oh, never mind.
No, it has one single.
There's not one single case of coronavirus.
Alaska?
Nope, not Alaska.
Where?
American Samoa, you guys.
Oh, really?
American Samoa does not have one single case of a coronavirus.
I wonder why.
And well, it's when it first started, they were already on I think they were on a lockdown because there was a measles outbreak. So they were locking down everybody, couldn't go to school for this measles outbreak, and then the coronavirus came and they just continued the lockdown, and the governor just shut down the whole island.
Yeah.
So nobody can come in. And nobody can come in and nobody can come in and visit the island. Like everything was shut down, no travel. For all these months that nobody's been traveling there, and they have not had one single case of coronavirus. And my mom, when I was talking to her this morning, told me about some guy who tried to fly back home, and he was on a flight to Samoa, and he tried to, because he went there for a funeral, and the governor didn't even let him on the island. Said, no, just send him right back. He's not coming on the island. And that's how extreme they were. And, you know,
it's...
They don't got a case of it,
How far do you want to take it, right?
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people on
serious?
the island of Guam, bro. I talked to my grandma. They're on lockdown right now.
Oh, yeah.
And they don't like... They're just like, I don't know what the governor... Just listen to the governor.
Yeah.
If they're going to lock you down, it's because of it's a small island.
The governor had the coronavirus or so.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
so Samoa locked it down. Nobody came in, and they never got the coronavirus. And so there's no coronavirus in American Samoa.
So are y'all happy
I didn't even know that.
Are y'all happy that they're having the kids stay at home?
I am. I mean, I think for the simple fact that I'm still I'm working from home technically kind of thing, or my hours allow me to be here a whole lot. It's kind of it helps Bana a whole lot. So the wife, but I mean, I like it. I think what's gonna happen is I think what I see from it, at least being home, obviously that changes when I go back to my full-time job, right? And then it's like I'm not home all the time, then that's probably going to be different. But me being here and I have control of what my kid is learning kind of thing. And I see what he's doing, I have firsthand, I can see what he's doing, and I make sure that he's doing his homework or he's doing the work he's supposed to be doing. Yeah. And then when he does need help, I elaborate more, or when she needs help, whatever the case may be. But I think that's what I like about it. I'm there. I'm interacting with them, and I think, I honestly believe that this is going to be the new way, because with coronavirus or not, because I think the world everyone's going to realize that everything we do, we can do at home. Yeah. Everything we do, we can do it. They've done it. The military's done it. So there's no excuses right. You can't do this at home. No, that's I can. Crazy. I can teach. You just the teacher just gives us the work for today, and then we help them with it, right? Kind of thing. And that's how it's been going. I'm sitting there while he's online with his teachers, and I just kind of listen to what they're saying. And then that too, you get to listen to the teachers, and you get to listen to what they're actually saying to the students. Right?
So there's no more of there's no the teacher doesn't like me.
Yeah, exactly. There's none of that. Yeah. Right. And there's no tardiness. You know what I'm saying? You're on time. You're logging in on time. Yeah. So that's what I do like about it. I haven't, as far as the quality of it, I haven't seen that yet. Obviously, they've only been doing it for a week now. So yeah. So how about your boy?
He's been for 2 weeks now. Yeah. But he was, doing it last year when
Yeah.
they shut it down, and he was finishing up his fourth grade year online.
Yeah.
And man, my son, he's 10 years old, but that boy's smart as a whip. Like, he figured out everything, like he knows more on that computer than I do,
Yeah.
like logging into Google and all that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't even know what he's doing, but he
So
knows
when
how to
I
get
say,
to the
when I
lesson.
send you something, you ask him to help you.
Says, son, how do I copy this slide? He's like, I don't even know how to log into Google. It's
That's
like, what,
funny.
add an account? I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, my son knows that. He
That's
added
good.
his own account on the computer. He has a computer set up in his room.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, he's just, and then, they keep track of the assignments on week. That's what I like is you get to see it on a weekly basis. By Fridays, you see the assignments they turned in, what the grades they got.
Yeah.
For the week. So,
Yeah.
before you had to wait for the report card, but now you can see it on a weekly basis. And I think I like that about it. And I think if we were given a choice, if he could do it all year round, I would let my son do it all year round, because
Yeah.
he's good at it. But I can see other kids who may not be.
Yeah. They need.
Yeah,
to,
they may need
be there.
that extra help, or they may
Yeah.
need to have that interaction with the teacher. And you can't,
Yeah.
like, I can leave my son in his room for the whole day and he'll get his work done.
Yeah.
And me, when this thing started, I already had a job at where I work from home. I was already fortunate to have that job when the pandemic started. I was working from home for about a year, me and my wife. So we were very blessed about that. So when this started, we were already working from home. Nothing changed.
Yeah.
So when he started going to school at home, nothing really changed for us as well too, because he was doing everything so perfect. Like, he would, while I'm working, he'd come out of his room and say, "Oh, I need help with this math problem," and I'll show him real quick, and then he'll go back up and do it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
yeah. But
I
I
mean-
can leave him in there all day, and I come up there at the end of the day when I'm done and say, "Hey, you finished
Yeah.
your homework?" And he's like, "Yeah," because he'll be done because he's playing on his Xbox already. I said, "Are you done with your homework?" He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
done.
Yeah, I think that's where. I mean, I'm only going off of my youngest, who's only first grade. So
Yeah.
when it comes to like my oldest, I can't really help her with dude. She's doing stuff that I've never thought of. I didn't do in high school, or in middle school. She's in middle school.
I really feel like the curriculum has
So,
changed since
yeah,
we've been in school,
A
man.
whole lot, bro.
I couldn't tell you because I haven't really looked at it.
Yeah.
I
So when I say
curriculum.
helping Javion with work, that's a different story for Cell. But then also I think the challenge is, kids are used to interacting with other kids.
Yeah.
And that's probably where it hurts them. Obviously, he's like, it's funny because on virtual they'll ask the teacher a question. When do we go to recess? When do we
I was about
eat
to ask you
lunch?"
that. Do they?
Yeah,
have
they
recess?
do. No, so the teacher she's like, the good thing about virtual is you can do it when you're ready. And it's just like,
I'm going to go on recess right now.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, that's why I'm like sitting next to JV, and I'm like, don't even think about it. We're still here, buddy.
Recess.
It is not 12 o'clock yet.
Yeah. Set up that time.
But this time recess is, it's Fortnite.
Yeah.
It's not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going out. But I'll go out, try to make sure he goes out every now and then. But yeah, he just loves playing Fortnite. But
I think that's
probably
what
the
I miss
negative.
is seeing
Fortnite.
like kids play outside.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
exactly. That's the problem.
yeah, when me and Ash, my wife, we were talking, and she said, I don't think when we were home from school that we ever stayed in the house. She said my parents would
No.
literally tell us, hey, go outside and go play.
No, dude.
We had nothing to do at home. That's why we didn't have all these things.
That's true. And that's the thing. That's where
tablets, phones,
Yeah, exactly.
computers,
Yeah.
TV. We
Yeah.
had 3 networks when we were kids. They got like 300 channels now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was looking at a picture of our old base housing, right?
Yeah.
And it literally brought back memories because there was a little sidewalk that went down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at it, and I told Ash, I said, man, I used to ride the little Tonka truck down this little hill.
Yeah.
And I sent it to the family in our group chat, and everyone's like, is that base housing? Like, because it just brings back so many memories being
Yeah.
outside and seeing like
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
house itself. Now
Yeah.
kids, I don't.
I mean, back home on the island, it was like, you see when that street light turns on? That's
come
when you
back in.
come home.
Yeah,
it,
especially
you know?
especially on the island, you know.
Yeah.
And that was,
You don't want to be outside after dark.
and that's why I try to tell my kids too. I'm like, man, you guys just don't know what it is to be a kid.
Oh, yeah.
Really, you guys think that video games is what it is?
Nah.
like being able to run, which is bad to obviously hard to do here because of everything that goes on in the world now. But yeah, just being able to run free outside is like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And you realize that when you get older, which, you know, that's
yeah. When I got older, it was like, now I'm like my kid, you know, I just want to stay indoors. I don't even want to go outside.
Right. But,
I don't even like mowing my lawn.
Because it's so hot out here, man.
Yeah, it's so hot.
That's true. But speaking of virtual training or virtual learning, you guys been watching NBA playoffs? Virtual fans?
Oh, the bubble.
Yeah, the bubble.
The bubble.
You guys been keeping track of that?
I normally don't watch it even when there is a season.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have a sports team for basketball?
Not for basketball. NBA? I usually just watch the highlights, or when the championship's on, I watch the championship games, and then I'll read the news. You know, of course, I always read the news every day, see who won and all that. But that's about it.
Oh,
I can't sit there and just watch a whole game. I get short attention span.
Is that for every sport or just
every sport? Every
really?
sport, yeah. I don't think there's one sport I've actually sat through. Only like during the Super Bowl or the NBA championship.
Yeah.
But even the NBA championship, because they're like 7 games.
Right.
I was like, oh, what is this, game 1? Oh, I watched game 2. And then, there's game 2? Okay. I'll wait till the last one.
That's funny. What about you, B? You got a team?
You already know, bro.
You know, I don't understand.
Come on, man.
You know, yeah, okay, but
if the Sonics were still around,
exactly.
If the Sonics were still
exactly,
the Sonics are still around.
For all my listeners and viewers, our listeners and viewers,
the Sonics are in New Orleans.
If you know where he's going with that, you already know who his football team is. So I don't know, you know. I don't know. I'm looking at the camera.
I think that's where me and John's big big fight is about.
That's the only time we separate.
Yeah.
But you know, that's Islanders. That's probably a lot of their big teams right there.
What's
the
that?
Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers, Seattle Seahawks. A lot of Islanders will be cheering for those.
Yeah,
teams.
but I kind of I have a reason. Like the reason for that is because my dad, he actually tried out for the LA Dodgers.
Oh wow!
And he went out to Cali. He actually stayed out in Cali for a while, and then he became a Niners fan, obviously, because that's the years that the Niners came up. And then he became a Los Angeles fan while he was out there. When he came home, he was just, you know, big time fan. So growing up, like I was a Niners fan and a Lakers fan since I was 6. So
there you go.
Yeah, so
the legacy.
I know, yeah, exactly. And I've been running ever since with that. I got the son doing it too, so you know. Yeah, he's following in my footsteps.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Javion.
I'm sure Mav's going to follow.
Right.
Your son Maverick is going to be a Dallas Mavericks fan.
Nah, player.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Dude, one of my friends bought him a Spurs onesie.
Oh, no.
I was like,
no.
He is never
Check this out.
This.
So the wife's a Spurs fan, right? She like her and my mother-in-law is like, yeah, your son's going to be a Spurs fan. I'm like... We'll see. We will see how that works out.
Okay.
He doesn't even know what a spur is. Hey, so
yeah, my father-in-law was saying that Mario's gonna be a Cubs fan and
Cubs.
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he's big time Chicago fan, like Cubs and
Bulls and
all that.
Yeah,
and the Bears.
Yeah,
the Bears.
The Bears. Yeah,
yeah, big time Chicago fan.
I'm a Chicago Bear fan myself too. I love the Chicago Bears. I know it looks confusing, but you know, like growing up, my whole family they were all 49er fans, Dallas Cowboy fans, and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Everybody, and I chose the Chicago Bears because in 1985, when they had that glorious season, you know, with the Super Bowl shuffle, where they only had one loss to the Miami Dolphins. And,
man, you're showing your age on this.
Yeah,
just so you know,
I'm the papa of this podcast.
Dude, my wife is a Steelers fan, but she has never watched the game. And I said, well, "How are you a Steelers fan? You never watched a game?" She goes,
"No, like name a player."
Troy Polamalu. That's the only one.
There you go.
Why? Because he cares for his hair. That's why.
I know,
right?
He
has great hair.
Get out of here.
She knows.
That's my cousin too, Troy Polamalu.
Is he?
Told you we're all related. We're all related on the islands. Everybody knows everybody. But that's the thing, you know, when every time Samoans get in the draft and they get drafted in the NFL, oh man, we're always, that's my cousin. Chee-hoo.
That's funny.
But well, actually, this year with Tua Tagovailoa, who actually is my cousin for real.
I know you telling
playing.
me about
So that. So now he's playing for Miami. So now I'm gonna be a Miami Dolphins fan.
Oh, you're that kind of fan.
Oh
yeah. Sorry, Chicago. I gotta go with Miami because
I got you.
My nephew's playing over there.
We were talking about The Rock being a guest, man. We might have to bring him in too.
Oh man.
Hey,
dude, that would be perfect, man.
Dude, I'm telling you. I know he wanted to play for a West Coast team, guarantee.
No, he's a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Really?
Yeah. Even the dog's name is Dallas. They have pit bulls.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big Dallas Cowboy, but his dad. That's why his dad's a Dallas Cowboy fan.
You need to get him on the podcast.
His uncle.
We'll save that for that podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, he wanted. It was in the news. He wanted to get drafted by. He said that Dallas is his favorite team, but the whole family. I told you, like half my family was Dallas Cowboy fans. So. But yeah, his uncle and his dad, big Dallas Cowboy fans. But he grew up in that Dallas Cowboys era. But
wow.
But yeah, I remember when I was a kid, man, it was like half the house was going for Dallas Cowboys and the other half was going for Pittsburgh when they were playing back then.
Yeah.
I was just a little kid. Like,
yeah, that's how it was on Guam too. It was like Niners and Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Like me and my first cousin, I was a Niners fan. He was a Cowboys fan. And we just went back and forth.
It seems like Dallas has like rivalries with everybody.
Yeah, right? They're just that team.
Who made them America's team?
America?
It was a saying.
America?
It was just a saying that they said like during a game. And then it became like a thing. That's all it was. It wasn't like this is America's team. And we're gonna.
What is Seattle known as?
Who?
The Seattle. I have cousins. Really? I have cousins who are Seahawks fans, so I'm not going to say anything in case they're listening.
Oh,
my cousins are going to be like, "Oh, Junior, you're going to talk about
we're going to have to cut your mic,
right?
Cut your mic, dude."
I say the Seahawks. They don't have a saying, right? Like not many football teams. Well, I mean, you know, the Chicago Bears, the Super Bowl shuffle. So we're not here to cause no trouble. We're just here to do the Super Bowl shuffle.
Oh my gosh, you just did that. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so you don't watch basketball at all.
I just watch the highlights.
Just the highlights.
Yeah, I like going on YouTube and watch the highlights of the night and the big dunks and all that.
Yeah,
but just
I know the Lakers played tonight. Who played earlier today?
The Bucks and the Magic. Yeah, it looked like they won. They took it.
Oh yeah, they took it. Yeah.
Yeah, they won there.
So they're advancing.
Yeah, they're advancing.
Yeah. Who, the Bucks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, Orlando has not had any luck, man.
Hey, but I mean,
they're
young, so we'll see what happens.
One of the guys from my church is an Orlando Magic fan.
Yeah, we'll see.
Shout out John.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but they're young. They're really young.
What's your basketball team?
The Lakers, man.
So you guys agree on the Lakers at least?
Yeah, that's what
you guys are solidarity.
It depends on the
season.
Depends on the time of the year.
Yeah, I don't talk to John during football season.
Yeah,
you know what? Well, during this podcast, I should go for the team against the Lakers because as you two together, I should go against.
You
it,
should.
So, yeah,
you should then.
You should see my face.
So I'm cheering for Portland.
You're going for Portland right now.
Yeah, cheering for Portland right now. So. Portland.
Let's go and just cut his mic, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, they're already down 3-1. So
even a lot of my family members.
We'll see what happens tonight. I think they're playing right now.
Yeah, I think it started at 8:00.
Yeah.
So do you think sometimes they extend the playoff game just for money?
I mean, that's possible. I mean, a referee has already came out and said that. So
I think so. Yeah.
Is he lie? Why would he lie about that?
How do you feel about the boycotts with them?
What boycott?
The boycott with NBA or with Lakers and the Clippers saying that they're not going to play for the rest of the season.
You're talking about?
Oh, you mean the strike?
The strike. Well, they actually actually was reading up on that. They actually did it for 3 days. I guess they came to they had a meeting with the owners and stuff, and they came to a decision, and they were happy with what is to come, I guess.
Yeah. As
far as what's going on in the world with Black Lives Matter and all that, which we support 100%. Yeah, so I guess they had a meeting about it, and they came to an agreement. So that's why they started tonight. So it was like a
Oh, that's
3-day.
good.
It was like a 3-day strike.
Yeah, that's good.
I admire the stance they took on it.
Yeah,
That
exactly. I mean,
They actually, did something and said, you know what, we're not going to play because it's really affecting us. And,
yeah,
they're doing something about it. And I think there was a coach, a NFL coach, who made a good point of, he understands striking and protesting.
Yeah.
He was saying like, yeah, he understands protesting, but sometimes that's not enough. You got to keep going on after that. When you're done protesting, you got to, join a foundation, do something.
Yeah.
You got to affect change and make changes. And
exactly.
change is not going to come about until you start changing
you do
yourself.
something,
Yeah.
yeah.
Or do something to change something,
Yeah.
I mean, you can do all your protesting and striking all you want, but if you stop there and just say, well, I did my duty, then you're not affecting change.
Exactly.
You know, to just make it like in yourself. If you're that type of person who may have said comments in the past that was kind of shady, then you need to make that change and stop doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
I think a voice can only do so much, Your voice can only
That's
do
true.
so much. You really have to take the next step, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
Like, you can pose.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of things you can do. We're just talking about,
everybody got to vote. You got to go
technology.
vote.
Yeah.
Votes coming in November. Everybody has to go vote. Make your voice heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't feel like I can talk to anybody who wants to complain about the state of our country or anything, and they say they didn't vote. I'm like,
Yeah.
I understand why you're complaining, but if you're not voting and you're not doing anything, then
That's true. I mean, going back to what they did is kind of like, like we talked about before, it wasn't just one person this time, it was a whole
team.
Yeah.
whole team, not even like multiple teams, saying.
Yeah,
like,
it
this
wasn't
is
one
what's gonna
person
happen.
taking
Yeah.
a knee
Yeah.
at the national anthem. They
Yep.
just said, you know what, as a team, we're not going to play. And,
Exactly.
other teams
Which was
followed.
good.
And it led into baseball. The baseball teams followed as well, too. And so,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. That's good. But closing that out, how are you guys doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Can't
Yeah.
believe we're doing this, but it's all good, man.
That's good. That's good. So you're gonna go for Portland then?
Yeah, I feel like we need a voice for
Hopefully,
Portland.
we'll see what
So
happens.
we're gonna need a guest speaker for the next one because Manny's chair is gonna be empty.
Speaking of that, to all our listeners and viewers, we're kind of running out of time here, but please, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
Give us comment down below. Give us some ideas of what we should drink next on our next sesh, right?
Just one more,
Shout
Mom.
again.
Just one more.
Again, shout out to Terramana Tequila for today. We took a shot for our first session today. So give us some ideas of what we should drink for our next, or what should we open for our next sesh. What do we think about the Terramana?
It's smooth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
smooth.
I like
Smooth.
it. I've drunk it before, so
It's my first time. I'm not
first time?
a tequila kind of guy, but
you look
It's
like
good,
a
man.
tequila
Hey,
kind of
no,
guy.
I
though.
used to be, man.
Oh, okay.
And then,
Used to.
and then I was
And then I-
introduced to the brown Jack,
And then I
Oh.
grew up or something like that.
and then I grew up.
Yeah.
No, it's my body. My body can't take that anymore, man. Like, I drank it too
Yeah.
much. My kidneys are bad.
I think that's the thing with me. I haven't done tequila too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, like throughout my drinking life.
Throughout your drinking career.
Drinking career. But yeah, we're gonna close this out. Follow us on Instagram. The Islanders View on Instagram. We are on Instagram. We'll be getting a Facebook here possibly. See what happens. Maybe even a Twitter. But right now we are on YouTube and Instagram. Follow us.
Yeah.
Comment. Let us know what you think. Give us some ideas of who we should bring in for a guest speaker, or what we should crack open for our next episode or our next
Topics,
sesh. Remember, sesh. Yeah, what should we talk about? What should we talk about?
That's right.
Let us know. Anything you guys want to say before we close it out?
Yeah, before we close it out, I just want to say that we send all our our prayers and our condolences to Chadwick Boseman's family.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was a big loss, and he was a great actor that I enjoyed watching. And when I found out, I remembered one of my favorite movies from him, which was Message from the King.
Mm-hmm.
And before we started this, I had to watch it again.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
such a good movie, and I was just like, man, he's gonna be really missed, dearly missed.
Yeah.
But
Prayers out to his family.
Prayers out to his family, condolences.
Yes, sir.
You tell him this is a message from the king.
B.
No, man. Just in the world we're in right now, just continue to spread love. Don't spread hate.
Yep.
That's right.
Tell someone you love them. Give them a hug, even though we're in social distance, or a hand hug.
Right. Or a hug from a distance.
A hug from a distance, an air hug.
That works. That
air
works.
Because you never know what someone needs, these days. Call your friends that you haven't talked to. Yeah, man, just love.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to close this out. Again, this is the Islanders View podcast with the Backyard Convos. Want to thank for all you guys watching and listening. One love and God bless. We're out.
Chålofa.
Kidding.
Chålofa. Hey, where do you think you're going? You haven't left our minds yet. Just want to give a big shout out to Small Village Designs for her awesome artwork. Please hit her up on Instagram at Small Village Designs. Again, thanks for watching and listening. And like we say on the islands, the first time you're a guest in our home, and after that, you're family. So welcome to the family. One love and God bless. Peace.